They've taken our beard, but they shall never take our freedom! Hello. We're back with some more Geralt of Rivia action. And he's dressed in his beautiful Nilfgaardian shirt and towel. Because why not? I wish you could. I don't think you can keep this towel. I'd love it if you could.
Forgetting something?
Let's go around killing griffins in towels. That'd be lovely.
And they say clothes.
Don't know. Here we are with this Nilfgaardian dick. We don't like him.
Satisfy the gentleman.
We gotta be as rebellious as possible here.
That's what would satisfy
I'm not. I'm like Vesemir. I'm not a fan of Nilfgaard at all.
Yes.
And neither is my girl. When in Nilfgaard,
what now?
there's a few people have complained in The Witcher that my immersion when sometimes there are phrases from the real world that are used in the game, like he just said when in Nilfgaard, which is obviously a play on when in Rome. And Geralt also, for some reason, he also says "who would have thunk it" a lot, and that one grates on me, and I'm not really sure why.
Leg extended, hand flat, head down.
Oh god, this confused. I got this so wrong so many times on my first playthrough, just because the instructions he give you, they don't come up here. It's like he told you what to do with his words, but the words that he said weren't in that list, so you had to actually watch him, and I think I probably wasn't looking at the moment when he bowed, so I kept getting it wrong, or got it wrong twice and then got it right the third time.
The gentleman will address the Emperor only when asked to, and using the appropriate title.
Your arch-magnificency.
I see the gentleman is in the mood for jests. I fear the Emperor
I'm
might
always
not
in the
share
mood for
his
jests, my
disposition.
friend.
Your Majesty will suffice. Spoken loudly, clearly, and with respect.
Yeah, it's not really the way we do things over here. There's not much respect in Rivia. Wivia, when a bit Jonathan Moth there.
Imprimi et art kerzer. Duifen aden in karn eb marvut. Emir var emreis. Bow.
Just no. Please no. I'd bow to Charles Dance, but alas, he is only the voice actor and not the actual character. That voice, man. He's got the best voice of anyone alive. Even Morgan Freeman. You know what? Yeah, I think Charles Dance has a better voice than Morgan Freeman.
So many months at Foltest Court, yet you still haven't mastered the basics of etiquette.
Know what they say? Can't teach an old wolf new tricks.
Emir will remember that.
Take it you didn't summon me to reminisce about the good old days, so...
Silence. My daughter Cirilla, she's returned. And she's in danger. The wild hunt pursues her. You will find her and bring her to me.
Yeah, I don't. This is a gap in my knowledge of the series here. Because after listening to the first 3 books and the collection of shorts and playing the first 2 games, I had no idea that Ciri was Emir's daughter. Not a clue. So that must be something that was revealed in one of the yet translated books.
I haven't the time to convince you, nor the desire, in fact. Yennefer will do that after the audience.
How many men in your army?
Why is it?
20,000.
I can go a whole day without sneezing and as soon as I start recording.
Why me?
You know what?
I just get that itch. Oh Jesus. Okay, okay. Oh, it's gone. Here you drink.
Me.
Cheers, Dick.
So tell me why you're looking for her.
There we go.
Doubt
We're
it's
good.
about making up for
We're back.
all those lost years.
For reasons of state, as always.
Oh!
Enough of this banter. You will
Enough of this
regardless.
banter. I
If
like
for
it.
no other reason than because I shall pay you more than you customarily receive for a
He doesn't have
contract.
much
Consider
tolerance for the banter,
memo.
clearly. It's a shame. It's a shame.
Save your generosity for those whose homes your armies have razed.
Oh, that scowl.
I'll do it for Ciri, not for your gold.
Your motives do not interest me. Only results. Yennefer will tell you the rest. This audience is finished.
That's weird.
Meredith,
I despise Nilfgaard. I absolutely hate
take him to
Nilfgaard,
the
but
sorceress.
there's something about Emir. I kind of like him. Like he's a straight dick. He is a straight dick. He started wars for no reason just because he wants more land. This guy's a dick. All right. But I like the character. I just like him. I don't know why.
That one must bow to the
I hate
Emperor.
everything that surrounds him,
Relax.
but I
Nothing
like him.
happened.
To the gentleman. He shall be punished.
How?
Please keep close and bother no one.
This is the old
For one day.
Witcher 3 door headbutting.
And it's past noon.
Because, well, you don't need hands to open doors.
What? Do you know who you're talking to, soldier? I'm Herivard II, Prince of Elan.
Okay, so this, where we are now, is the royal court in Vizima. Now, I'm recording this unedited, so I'm going to say that Vizima was ruled by King Vizimir. I'm not going to Google this to make sure I'm right. Then Vizimir died. That's so confusing. King Vizimir, not Vesemir, died somehow. Okay, no, Vizima is the capital city of Temeria. There we go.
The gentleman is done.
Oh, it was Foltest place. Right, okay, it was Foltest city.
True authority in Novigrad is
And then it got fucked. Okay, so that's not quite as confusing then. So Vizima isn't ruled by Vizimir. That's good.
Geralt, that
Wait,
tunic, you look
Vizimir might have been
smashing.
Edirn.
Ugh, dying to take it off.
I'd consider that a
Ignore the
proposition
typing.
under different
I'm definitely not googling
circumstances.
this.
One I might even take you up on.
It's a bit of fun to
We've
get on here,
matters
it's
to
fine.
attend to. Now do you understand why I'm at Emir's court?
Don't tell me who rules it.
Seems we're in the same boat now. Ciri, she's really back.
Think of Edirn as Demavend. Oh, Kebun was Hensel. Redania is... No, sorry, right, Redania was Vizimir. And then
Or so our
Radovid
agents
took over
claim.
after Vizimir died.
Our little witch
And
has
Radovid
grown
is
into a young lady.
Vizimir's son. I believe. I believe. Don't
So they're our agents now?
Don't-
My.
don't quote me on these
Settling
things.
Quick.
Geralt,
Radovid
don't
IV
twist
was
my
stern.
words.
Radovid
I
V
know
is stern.
who Emir is.
Radovid IV was called
He
the
started
Bald,
this
apparently.
war and
That's,
its bloodshed.
steep.
He had my friends killed, but I haven't any other choice.
Son of Vizimir's second. Right,
Please,
good.
let's not
So
belabor
Vizimir
the pros and cons and instead
Was the king
focus
of
on
Redania.
finding
He was
Ciri.
assassinated
All right.
in
Right. Emir said the Wild Hunt's after her.
possibly the shit that went down in
How
Witcher
to
2.
leave before what
And then
happened
Radovid,
yesterday.
his son, took over.
How did they track
And
us
Radovid's the
down?
current king of Redania. Good, cool.
Because of me. You see, I've spent months.
You could have googled that
searching
yourself in the
for
time it took me to explain it,
using
my bad.
locating spells, haruspicy, geomancy, anything really. I knew the wild.
That's a word I've never come across in fiction before. Haruspicy. I've forgotten what that means. I googled it the first time I heard it, but
Guess you were wrong.
it's some form of
I've sensed them on my trail, hunting
some sort of
for some time.
herbalism or alchemy or something.
If
I
not
think.
for you and Emir's soldiers, they'd have
Just 'cause it
gotten
has
what they were
the word
after.
spicy in it, and that makes me think of
I
herbs.
can't risk another encounter like that. It's time to put away the magic, turn to more traditional
Actually,
methods.
since I'm on a googling spree, I'm just going to re-google
The
Haruspicy
best
just
tracker
because.
I know. You
Why not?
must find her, Geralt, before the wild hunt does.
The Wild Hunt. What could it
Some
want
sort of
from
divination.
Ciri?
I've no clue, Geralt. Might
Yeah,
have written
divination.
them to ask, but I don't have their address.
Oh,
know as much
it's
as you
divination by
do.
examining the entrails of sacrificial
Whisper out
animals.
her blood,
So yeah, that's
her gift.
I dig it. I dig it.
As for what the hunt wishes to do with that gift, I'd prefer not to think about it, really.
So where's Ciri been seen exactly?
In two places, Velen and Novigrad. The trail in Velen is most promising. You should make
Oh,
that your
great.
first stop. Ask for a merchant named Hendrik at the inn at the crossroads. One of the Emperor's agents. He should get in touch with you.
Cuckoo.
That's it? No passwords? Secret handshakes?
None. Sorry to spoil your fun, your boyhood fantasies about the crafts of the trade. All we have in Novigrad are unconformed reports, rumors. But there you will have the help of our mutual acquaintance. Triss Merigold.
Oh shit.
Apparently she's got a cozy
Oh,
flat on the main
shit.
square.
Sure she'll be delighted to see me. What about you? What will you do?
Oh,
I
she's
shall
not even looking at
serve
him.
as
Oh,
Skellige.
Jesus, there we
There
go.
was a magic explosion there recently. Blew half a
That
forest
cut deep,
down.
man.
I believe this had something to do with Ciri. I'll be in Caer Trold. Join me there.
Join me there once you're
learn
level
something.
14. I swear,
One
look,
thing
don't
before we go.
go to
Why
Skellige
didn't you
first, alright?
contact
Just
me? Didn't need
don't
me,
do it.
Didn't even want
It
to see
hurts.
me.
I didn't want to spoil things. I'd heard you and Triss made a great couple.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I'd lost my memory.
The stink eye. Look at it.
That's
Oh, God.
your excuse? Let's drop
You
this,
started
right?
it! Right.
It's not what you think, or it helped me understand how much I love you. I don't wish to hear it. Any of it.
To be fair, I'd be just as salty if I was her. Although she lost her memory too. Right, okay, this is the story that needs explaining. So, did a bit of,
This means we need to split up.
what's the word?
again.
Internet
Not my
detective
preference, but I understand.
work.
Clock's ticking.
And found out that
Indeed.
in the
So why don't
yet
I
to be translated
teleport you
books,
to Velen, get you there at once?
Not gonna happen.
I didn't do any internet investigating,
I'll
this
go
was
on
a YouTube
horseback
comment.
as soon as I
So
get
in the,
change.
it could be completely false, I'm going to trust it anyway. In the
Oh, and
yet
you
translated
look
books,
quite dashing in black
we
velvet.
find out what
Think so?
happened to
Maybe I can have some of
Geralt and
my
Yennefer
armor lined with it.
and how they got involved with the Wild Hunt.
Good luck, Yen.
Same to you.
So,
And if you wish to learn what's happened in the world while you
Wait.
and Vesemir roamed the wilderness,
okay.
talk to Ambassador
So they were
Vartra.
in
That's
Rivia.
him over there.
There was a battle in Rivia,
And Geralt.
and
I know it's wartime.
Geralt
Try not to be
was
a
trying to
hero,
defend
right?
Yennefer from a group of angry,
Just check those leads
from
and
an
get
angry
back
mob,
to me
basically.
in one
And he got
piece.
stabbed by some kid with a pitchfork and killed.
I shall be
And
waiting.
Yennefer also got killed somehow in that fight. And as Ciri bopped along and was like, shit. And I think she revived them with some crazy voodoo powers, then took them to an island. Then she took them to an island, and they went off into some crazy fever dream dreamland thing, and made some sort of deal with the Wild Hunt. And then Geralt basically traded his soul for Yennefer's life. Yennefer was revived, sent back to the world with amnesia. Then Geralt was, right, okay. This is a good way to explain it. If any of you have seen Pirates of the Caribbean, I think it's Dead Man's Chest? The one with the chest and Davy Jones and the tentacle keys. Anyway, so when they're playing that dice game and Will Turner was like, shit, I got to like trick Davy Jones
Yennefer
and
suggested I ask you about
bet 100 years of servitude to Davy
war
Jones
and so on.
Of course.
and then lost.
Emperor's
That's
servants should keep
essentially what
their
Geralt did with the Wild
secrets
Hunt,
If you
except
will.
he was betting
approach
his
the man.
soul, his life, for Yennefer's in servitude of the Wild Hunt. Cool. And then
How's the war
Geralt,
going?
while he was in the servitude of the Wild Hunt,
And
learned that they were after Ciri
Nilfgaard's
and hunting
triumph
Ciri
is
for her
imminent.
elder blood powers. And then was
I
like,
assume
fuck
this to
this,
be a
these guys are
private
dicks,
conversation.
and he tried to escape,
You've no
and then did.
witnesses, so let's dispense
And that's
with
how The
the
Witcher 1
propaganda,
started.
even that
He escaped,
shrouded
landed back in the
Myra.
world.
Our offensive
With
was
amnesia.
going
Cool, that's done.
splendidly
This guy,
until winter came. Edirne
I'll
was
shut
in
up,
such
kind of.
disarray that we encountered no resistance. We had reached the Pontar before the first snows. Only a weakened Kedwin remained, and Radovid's Redania, which had ignored the rest of the North's pleas for help. We thought they'd sue for peace, perhaps even submit to vassalization. We waited for spring, certain of victory.
Radovid? Submit?
Yes, a vain hope, I agree. Radovid sent no peace envoy, nor did he advance on our positions. Instead, he trudged over the snow-bound Kestrel Mountains and attacked Kedwin, his ally. This attack took the Kedweni by surprise. They were still mourning the loss of their king.
that's Hensel.
Rudderless and dejected, they laid down their arms after a few lost skirmishes and joined Radovid. And so by spring, instead of 2 weak enemies, we had only one powerful
There we go.
one.
So Radovid is, well,
Admiration, I
he's
hear in your
not
voice.
stable. He's a
Radovid
bit
is our
on the
foe.
dodgy side mentally,
We
you know.
cannot deny he is clever.
But as he just said, he is a very
Particularly dense ones at that.
talented
Returning to the war,
tactical
this
leader.
spring there was a
So
massive battle in
he
the
knows
marshes
his
of
shit
Velen.
when it comes to tactics and
Massive,
battle and
yet
war.
indecisive. Both sides suffered enormous losses.
But
Unprecedented even.
always talk to this guy
Radovid has retreated across the pond.
because he is very interesting. He's a Nilfgaard emissary, an envoy, an ambassador.
From the south.
There's just lots of words that mean similar things.
Emperor Emir
Don't even know why I said them.
will deal with
But
them once and for all.
the thing I like most about this guy
Couldn't you just
is
go home?
actually
Save
his
everyone
accent.
a lot of marching, not to mention a few
Because
human lives.
it's an amazing little
I'm
detail.
afraid the
Because he's an
citizens
ambassador,
would
he
like
spent a
to
lot of
vote
time in
We can only
the
go
Northern Realms
all in.
and areas with accents that are not Nilfgaardian. And his accent is a lot more similar to someone from the Northern Realms
As
than it
bad as
is a
ever,
Nilfgaardian.
perhaps
You can
worse.
still, there's still a tiny hint of
This
Nilfgaardian in
land
his accent,
never
you can
flowed
hear it.
with milk and honey, and now it
But
flows with blood.
I'd say it's about
Armies
60-40,
have
maybe
swept through it
70-30
several
split of
times,
Northern Realms to
trampling
Nilfgaardian
fields,
here.
looting granaries, burning villages. Famine grips the populace.
His accent's
So
almost been
how's ruling
entirely
that earthly paradise going for you?
changed by the areas
Not
he's
well,
been
to
to,
be honest. Our forces are spread thin as it is.
which is a very cool
And
detail.
Velen is chiefly swampy forests that are difficult to control. We've had several patrols never return to their camps. Thus, we've temporarily delegated authority in this region to a certain Nordling, a former low-ranking officer in the Temerian army, one Philip Strenger, better known by his nom de guerre.
Another very
Bloody
interesting
Baron.
character.
I advise you well. Avoid him.
Any news from Novigrad? Is the free city still free?
Yes, although everyone knows this won't last. Radovid is in Oxenfurt, and the Emperor is here in Vizima, at Novigrad's doorstep, both. And both require coin and ships. Novigrad can provide these,
So this is the real,
which is why the mood in the city is rather
yeah, I'd say.
on edge.
So Novigrad is,
Meaning?
How do men deal
it's a
with
very
fear?
important tactical location for this war.
They seek reassurance.
It's sort of at the heart of the Northern Realms, and as this guy just mentioned, it's a free city, so it's aligned and in service of no one. It's a free city. Doesn't serve any kings, isn't a vassal of any empires or kingdoms.
Profits from it. Why? It's obvious. Mages,
But
elves, dwarves. In a
the reason
word,
why
any and all demons.
neither Radovid or
I've been
Emir
stationed in
Emrys
Novigrad
have
for 13 years.
taken
First as a consul,
Novigrad
then
is
as
because
ambassador.
their naval
Seen a
fleet
great
and
deal.
their,
Cruelty, cynicism, greed.
well, I guess their army
What is happening there now
is
concerns me greatly.
too strong. It's got a really powerful. It's in a really good position, a really strong tactical position. It's got an amazing
Nothing.
naval fleet,
The islanders pride
and if
themselves on that
either
domain,
side tried to attack
doing
it,
everything
they
according
would get
to
destroyed.
tradition,
Their
as
walls
their
are,
forefathers did.
they can't be,
And like
well,
their forefathers, they
would be extremely
quarrel
hard
with
to
each
breach.
other,
They wouldn't.
pillage,
An invasion on Novigrad would not go
occasionally
well,
attack
basically.
our transports.
So
It is cumbersome.
both sides are trying their best to
Footnote to history.
influence Novigrad through
Sound awfully confident. What if King Bran
What's the word?
manages to unite the Jarls?
Why can't I?
Lead all the clans
Violent
against
through
your fleet?
non-violent means.
King Bran
Don't know, I
is a
couldn't think of the
feeble
word
old
violent.
man. From what I know, he barely remembers the
And we'll be
names
seeing a
his
lot
own
of
vassals.
that when we head
Writing them
there
might prove difficult.
in episode 7000 or something.
Thanks for your help.
So stick around for
Think
that.
nothing of it.
Maybe that'll be
May the
out when you're
great
about
sun light
37.
your path.
So that was Ambassador Varatra, I think.
How
And I
might
recognise that
serve
name.
the gentleman?
But I'm done
They're
googling,
turning
so
away things.
I'm that guy is a character from something, probably the books.
Citrus and cloves. The fragrance will keep the gentleman's robes fresh
Incredible.
somewhat longer.
Thanks, bunches.
The Emperor is not known for his patience. He wants his daughter back safe and sound, as soon as possible.
Yeah, mentioned something of the sort. So long.
Goodbye, motherfucker.
Barbarians.
Oh god. So there are, yeah, right. Yep. This is it's gonna take a hot minute. I'm just gonna hope that there is
Wouldn't mind
enough
a few rounds of
content in
cards.
these Gwent matches for me to keep talking. I'm sure I'll manage. So this guy is hard because at the moment no one's Gwent deck is going to be any good. So fighting this guy is not easy. But, as you may have seen with Mr. Stunlock OG Wraith God, I'm not really one to give up on something that has taken my interest. So I'm not sure how many times I played this guy. Spoilers, I don't win this match. But I'll do my very best to explain what's happening. So yeah, this guy... yeah, okay. This guy has... he's played a hero card, which at this point in the game is the first hero card that we have come across. And if you're a new player, this will be like, what? So he just played Letho of Gullet. And these cards, you can see with the little sort of spiky gold star that's around his score value. Hero cards cannot be affected by weather cards. They cannot have their stats reduced, enhanced, affected in any way. So at this point in the game, having a hero card is ridiculously overpowered. And it's fucked me over quite nicely. He also has a bunch of really quite good spy cards and a lot of card draw potential. So this guy has now got 7 cards in comparison to my 3 cards. And he has 2 hero cards as well. Probably more. So I just gave up there. But I will beat this guy.
Wouldn't mind if...
Because he gives you something quite funky when you beat him. And I think... I'm not going to spoil what he gives me, but I think it's something that I use for a long time, if not the rest of the game in my deck. So we'll see. But this is a good hand. I've got 2 Type Bomb cards. The White Stripes. White Stripes? That's a band. The Blue Stripes, Commando. No Jack White here. Which has just been scorched. Incredible. Well, fuck me then. But yeah, Type Bomb cards, when you have 2 of them, and they're both next to each other on the field, will double each other's score. So those Blue Stripe Commandos naturally have 4 attack. When they're both on the field next to each other, they both have 8 attack. So Type 1 cards are very good. I've also got one half of the 2 catapult cards in my hand there. And that's got 8 attack, which is very, very powerful. Oh, that's what I can do to fill time while Gwent is playing. We can talk about some of the characters that are on these Gwent cards. So, the last card he played was a card called Fringilla Vigo. And Fringilla Vigo is a member of the Lodge of Sorceresses. And they are a collection of the realm's sorceresses, with members like Philippa Eilhart and Yennefer, she's part of it. Triss is also part of it. And they are a group sort of created by the most influential sorceresses in the world, a lot of whom serve in the royal courts. I've explained this already. What am I doing? Anyway, Fringilla Vigo is a mage from Nilfgaard, who is one of 2 Nilfgaardian, I guess, ambassadors in the lodge. Fucked it. That was a close match, kind of. But I should have played more tactically there. I should have left the... No.
What?
I don't know. The match is over. Who cares? Jesus. What a terrible hand. Okay, so... when you have one of a pair of Type Bomb cards in your hand at the start, I usually tend to swap that card for something else, because there's no point in having just one half of the pair. You can either do that, or you can swap other cards and try and get the other half. But that's like a 1 in 20 chance or whatever of happening, so there's not really much point. I don't know how audible me drinking water is, but if it's very audible, then I'm sorry. Yeah, and he also has a lot of, well, I say a lot, he's got 2 non-hero, but 10 power cards, which are tough, man. They're tough to beat. That guy, that spy card he just played is... Oh, bugger me. Bugger me, what's his name? Fuck it, forgotten his name, but he is in The Witcher 2 a lot. He's a very prominent character in The Witcher 2. And he is a Nilfgaardian ambassador, and I'm frantically googling his name. I say frantically, I'm not really. I'm just typing in Nilfgaard ambassador. Yeah, that's his name. Shillard Fitz-Ostis... Oh, fuck my life. Shillard Fitz-Osterland. There you go. That's his name. And he really fucked shit up in Witcher 2, man. Yeah, he's the ambassador to Redania.
What?
Oh god. He was sent by the Emperor to conduct peace negotiations with the Princess of the North, leading to the Peace of Sintry. Okay, so he's a real big player. And he's very mysterious as well. We know that he's been sent from Nilfgaard, and we know not to really trust Nilfgaard, but he seems a very reasonable man. And he's also he plays his cards very close to his chest. So it's very hard to know what he's doing. Oh, okay, that's Vess. I know a lot about Vess. She is in the Blue Stripes, and she's Vernon Roach's number 2, essentially. She's a relatively sizable role. She has a relatively sizable role in The Witcher 2. You can bone her, so that's there's that. I don't tend to go down this path. And I think that's only a thing on Roach's path. Like, oh god damn it. It's so tough because I really like Vergen as an area, and Vergen is only available when you go down this path and you join up with the Scoia'tael. But I also much prefer Vernon Roach to Yorvith, and I'd much rather side with Roach, but the army camp that you go to when you side up with Roach, I just hate it. As an area, I just despise it. So I always go with Yorvith. I can't help it. And it's terrible. But oh well. Okay, this is looking good for me. This might actually be the one I win. Yep. No, I've still got it. He's got one card left. Come on. Yes. I think. No! No way. Okay, no, Tom, pass. No, don't pass. Shit, no. Oh, God. No! Why? Why is it doing this to me? That one hurt. I remember that one hurting a lot. That was so close. God damn it. So that last, that range card that I played there at the end was Death Mold. And Death Mold is a really, really dodgy sorcerer. In someone's service, I think. But he's an arsehole. And what's he? Yeah, make a bit of that. Ah, he's the Major Advisor to Henselt. That's the one. And he's a bit funky. Like yeah. Okay, so he kidnaps a little kid, which isn't great. And Vernon Roach hates him for some reason. I'm not sure why. And then just he fucking kills him. Straight up kills him. It's hard to explain, really, why he's such an arsehole. Because I forget. But if you go ahead and play Witcher 2, I can guarantee you, without any shadow of a doubt in my mind, that you will hate that man. Because he is a complete arsehole. Yeah. There we go, thank you Wikipedia. He has a non-existent morality. A non-existent morality. There you go, folks. So yeah, that kind of explains why Henselt was a bit of an arsehole too. I think he was just a king. Kings are usually arseholes, but you know, he was a special kind of arsehole. Ooh, that 2-value card there is Yarpen Zigrin. And Yarpen Zigrin, I think, was one of the first characters ever introduced into the Witcher series. I'm pretty sure that's right. It was the first book, and I believe it wasn't the opening scene, it was the second scene, I think, in the first book. There was Dandelion, or Dandelion, as his name is pronounced in the books, who was playing some sort of show in a city, the name of which I don't recall. But Yarp and Ziggurin was there, and he is a dwarf. People take the piss out of me of how I say the word dwarf. I sort of say dwarf. Anyway, he's a dwarf, and in the audiobooks he has a Welsh accent, and it's the best Welsh accent ever. And he's very jovial, very bubbly, and he is a friend to Geralt. He helps him out on various occasions. And he's a travelling merchant, I believe. No, not a merchant, he's a sort of travelling mercenary, and he's often with merchants as a sort of bodyguard. But he's a good bloke. He's good people. We like Yarpen. Okay, here we go. This might actually be the one. Yes! There we go. Finally. I'm so sorry. That was the most non-content ever. But it's over. And we got 10 crowns. And we also got fucking fall test. Now, do I look? Am I looking, or am I just saving? Yeah, I'm looking. Cool. So this fall test is the one that doubles the power of the siege units, which is very effective. It's like a commander's horn, but a hero power. Anyway, that's it. We're done. We're done here. So yeah, I'll see you next time, people. Love you!